I'm not a diet person. The idea of sticking to a set plan or rules for a long period of time makes me want to not do that. But the ketogenic diet was just so intriguing to me that I had to try it out, and it was a fun time, that's for sure. In all of my research, I could not find anyone saying one negative thing about it, so this is gonna be the first, I guess. So yeah, cue the intro. Okay, so I'm going to explain this extremely simplistically. There's tons of resources from actual scientists and stuff online, so please go look those up if you want to know what it's actually about. But very, very, very basically, on the keto diet, you eat mostly fat, some protein, and very little to no carbohydrates. Usually your body gets its energy from the carbs that you eat, but this way you're cutting those out and making it burn fat for energy instead. The main reason that I wanted to try it was because of all the stuff you can eat that is highly unconventional for a diet. You know, bacon, cream, a whole lot of cheese, and apparently you can eat as much as you want and you don't have to go hungry. That sounded epic. Of course, all I heard was bacon and as much as I want. And everything I heard about it was that it was this miracle diet that changed people's lives, gave them more energy, made them fitter, cured their depression, brought their nan back to life. No, I was overweight at the time, as diagnosed by my doctor. You know, I liked to drink the beer and eat the ice cream when I got sad, and I got sad a lot. So keto was really intriguing, and I decided I would try it out for myself. And at first it was going pretty alright. I was thoroughly enjoying eating lots of sausage, bacon and eggs, and at first I was like, wow, this is the tastiest diet ever, I can't believe people lose weight on this. After a few days, I was not yet experiencing any of the side effects of ketosis, and while reading more about it, I had my first realization. You have to eat a heck of a lot of fat, and there's such a thing as eating too much protein. And thus began the fattening, in which I dumped oil into everything to try to get those fat levels up. And it was disgusting. I don't know, but even though I knew it was what I was supposed to do and that it wasn't bad for me, eating and drinking all of this grease was so gross. I would always feel this gross film on my lips and the inside of my mouth. I could not get used to it at all. It felt like I chugged a liter of pure oil every time I ate or drank something. I soon became acquainted with another problem as I went out to eat with friends. We went to this burger place that tries really hard to appeal to millennials. You eat off trays and drink pink lemonade out of mason jars, and they're all like, don't forget to give us free advertising by posting your epic burger pics on all the social medias. We went there because it had a low carb option. They had a burger where the buns were replaced with lettuce. It was alright, but this was the point where I had my second realization. I really like chips. And burger buns, and potatoes, and rice, and chocolate, and beer. Pretty much all of my favourite foods are full of carbs, but I still wanted to stick it out for a while. Eating out was gonna be a bit annoying, but I could always cook some nice stuff at home. And while shopping for ingredients for said nice stuff, I had my third realization. Carbs are in a lot of stuff. Even things you would expect to have none would have a little bit in them, which meant there were a heck of a lot of foods that I couldn't eat. A lot more than I expected. So I turned to the internet for some recipes. There I had my fourth realization. Germany was not really the best country to be doing this particular diet. While keto was becoming a craze in America, it was not really known over here, so many of the ingredients needed for most of the recipes were either super expensive or just didn't exist. And you can forget about finding keto-friendly alternative foods in supermarkets. Germany has only just discovered what vegan is. So, during one of many very tiresome shopping experiences, constantly checking details and putting stuff back because I had a few too many carbs for the meal I was planning, I had my fifth realization. This is a lot more work than I thought. There was so much planning, tracking, and calculations involved that doing this diet was just too much work. In the end, I was in ketosis for maybe like 1 or 2 days. I knew this because I had incredible stank breath, which is one of the fun side effects of keto. And after that, I stopped and ended up losing exactly 0 weight. If I kept it up, I probably could have lost weight, and I'm still kinda curious about if it would have worked, but the moment I started hating it was when I bailed, cause I'm not about to keep up a lifestyle that I don't enjoy. Since trying keto, I've lost 10 kilos and I'm no longer overweight. That was just from eating smaller portions and dropping my beer allowance to 1 or 2 on the weekends. I had this bad habit of eating to the point where I was about to explode and die in an extremely gruesome and bloody fashion. I can imagine that keto might be faster, but to me, being skinny but miserable is just not worth it. And I'm lucky enough to not be in a situation where I need to lose a lot of weight immediately, so I'ma enjoy it, okay? So yeah. Keto wasn't for me, unfortunately, but it was a fun experience. Sort of. And that was my story. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, have a nice bagel or something, I don't know.